If you're a fan of racing or just have an interest in cars and motorsport, you've likely spotted the Michelin Man, the iconic mascot of Michelin, the French tire giant and the world's second largest tire manufacturer. Michelin's tire-making prowess spans from equipping the high-performance Bugatti Veyron to the mighty Caterpillar dump trucks and even the space shuttle, not to mention vehicles worldwide. Interestingly, this same company's logo is also found gracing the entryways of upscale restaurants. While many recognize the significance of a Michelin Star and its representation in the culinary world, the connection between the tire manufacturer Michelin and the esteemed Michelin Guide isn't always immediately clear, despite the shared name. So, what's the story behind a tire company becoming the arbiter of the culinary world's most coveted award? How did Michelin evolve from manufacturing tires to setting the gold standard in restaurant and chef accolades? But before we go further, welcome to Tales of Titans, the place where business and history come to life. So, let's dive into the famous story of the Michelin Guide. The Michelin Brothers, André and Édouard, truly transformed the world of tire technology. Born in the heart of Paris in 1853, André, the elder sibling, was destined for engineering greatness. His brother Édouard, who arrived 6 years later in Clermont-Ferrand, showed early signs of artistic brilliance. Initially, both set out to carve their unique paths. André became a respected engineer, and Édouard was on his way to becoming an accomplished artist. But fate had a different plan. In the late 1880s, they made a pivotal decision to return to Clermont-Ferrand, aiming to rescue their grandfather's struggling agricultural equipment business. Michelin at Sea, established in 1832, was teetering on the edge of bankruptcy. It specialized in farm tools and vulcanized rubber products. André took the helm, and soon Édouard joined as the managing director, rebranding it as Michelin & Co. With Édouard managing manufacturing and research and André handling sales and management, they embarked on a mission to rejuvenate the family legacy. Their turning point came in 1889, sparked by a chance encounter with a cyclist struggling with a flat tire, a frequent headache in those days. Tire mounting back then was a cumbersome process, involving gluing tires to rims, making repairs tedious and time-consuming. Édouard, driven by his knack for innovation, pondered over a quicker, more efficient method. His relentless experimentation led to a breakthrough in 1891, a patent for a detachable pneumatic tire. This innovation didn't just improve upon John Dunlop's earlier design, it revolutionized it, quickly gaining popularity. But the Michelin brothers didn't stop there. They saw even bigger potential in adapting their invention for automobiles. In 1895, they boldly entered the Paris-Bordeaux-Paris automobile race with their tires. Although they finished last, their tires stole the show, effectively kick-starting the demand for detachable pneumatic automobile tires. Their ingenuity didn't just save their family business, it paved the way for a whole new era in transportation. To grasp how Michelin, a tire company, became synonymous with the highest culinary accolades, we need a journey back over a century to the dawn of the automobile era, specifically to 1900. This period marked the onset of the car boom in France, where car ownership was a novelty enjoyed by about 3,000 people. With the advent of mass-produced automobiles, a rapid increase in car ownership was on the horizon. The Michelin brothers, Édouard and André, were at the forefront of this revolution, having already made a name for themselves with the invention of a new replaceable air-filled tire. However, the market was still nascent and not large enough to reap significant profits. Seeking to stimulate the growth of the automobile industry and promote their burgeoning tire business, the Michelin brothers conceived a novel marketing strategy, a travel guide for motorists. At that time, travel guides were gaining popularity, catering to the emerging trend of long-distance tourism. Influential publications like Murray's Handbooks for Travelers and the German Baedeker Guides had set the stage, and the Michelin brothers identified a unique opportunity to create a guide tailored for motorists. This guide would offer invaluable information, including maps, tire repair and replacement instructions, locations of petrol stations and mechanics, and recommendations for restaurants and hotels, a treasure trove of resources previously hard to come by. Their intuition proved spot on as the Michelin Guide swiftly gained popularity. This success encouraged the brothers to broaden their horizons, leading to the guide's publication in other countries, such as Belgium in 1904, Algeria and Tunisia in 1907, Italy, Switzerland, and the Netherlands in 1908, and later Germany, Spain, and Portugal in 1910, and Ireland and the British Isles in 1911. This international expansion not only enhanced the Michelin brand's global presence, but also laid the foundation for the guide's evolution into a prestigious culinary benchmark. By the early 1920s, with cars becoming increasingly common, the Michelin Guide shifted its focus from tire and car maintenance to more classic guidebook content. This change was largely driven by the growing popularity of the guide's restaurant section, which was subsequently restructured and expanded. The Michelin Brothers introduced a team of inspectors, full-time food critics who would anonymously visit and review restaurants across the country, a practice that has largely remained the same to this day. In 1926, a significant evolution of the guide took place with the introduction of stars to recognize outstanding restaurants. Initially, the system awarded only single stars, but by 1931, it had evolved into the familiar three-star system we know today. Nearly 90 years on, a new edition of the Michelin Guide is published annually. While its roots as a motorist's guidebook have faded from public memory, it has ascended to become arguably the most prestigious restaurant award globally. But what makes the Michelin rating so revered among chefs? One key reason is the guide and the company's enduring legacy. Michelin has weathered 2 world wars and numerous economic downturns in its 130-year history, ranking it among the 30 oldest companies in France. Throughout these years, Michelin steadfastly maintained its unique marketing tool, the guide, ensuring its status as one of the most renowned travel guides worldwide. This long-standing commitment and consistency have significantly contributed to the Michelin Guide's prestige and the high value placed on its ratings in the culinary world. The Michelin Guide, especially in the challenging first half of the 20th century, enjoyed a unique advantage over its counterparts. Financial concerns were virtually non-existent. For its initial 2 decades, the guide was distributed free of charge. Even when it started selling in 1920, turning a profit seemed a distant reality. Yet, this was never a problem, thanks to the unwavering financial backing from Michelin's marketing department. This unusual marketing investment proved resilient over time, allowing the guide to pursue exceptional quality unmatched by others. Its maps, for instance, were world-class, so much so that they were distributed to British and American soldiers during World War II. Michelin's commitment to excellence was further evidenced by its employment of numerous full-time food critics, dedicated to year-round restaurant reviews, a luxury that set the guide apart in a league of its own. Another pivotal aspect was its exclusivity. Early 20th century motoring was a pastime of the affluent, shaping the guide's initial focus on this elite group. This led to a highly selective and elite standard for restaurant inclusion, with only the absolute best being considered for a star. In each country, only a select few restaurants received this accolade. Even in the post-1950 era, when cars became more common and the guide boasted over 100,000 readers, its rigorous selection criteria remained intact. This blend of popularity and exclusivity turned the Michelin Guide into a significant milestone for restaurants. Earning a star was transformative, catapulting a restaurant from one among thousands to a rarefied elite. This recognition meant a boom in customers and a significant business boost, making the stars a coveted honor in the culinary world. While this impact was more a side effect than a deliberate goal of the guide, it elevated the Michelin stars to a status of unparalleled significance in the restaurant and culinary industry, a prestige that continues to this day. Michelin's restaurant reviews are conducted by a global team of inspectors, essentially full-time food critics employed by the company. There are about 150 Michelin inspectors worldwide, with around a dozen in the UK alone. Each inspector is responsible for 260 to 300 meals a year, dining at establishments that either currently hold Michelin stars or are contenders for the privilege. Frequency of visits varies based on the restaurant's star rating. Establishments with 1 star are typically reviewed 2 to 3 times a year, while those with 2 or 3 stars may receive upwards of 10 visits by different inspectors. This rigorous schedule ensures that restaurants consistently maintain the high standards required for their star rating. Consequently, restaurants can gain or lose stars based on these evaluations. The hallmark of Michelin's review process is the secrecy surrounding its inspectors. This confidentiality is crucial to preserve the authenticity of the review process and safeguard against any potential bias. Inspectors dine anonymously, their expenses are covered by Michelin, and they are prohibited from revealing their occupation even to friends and family. They also refrain from any interaction with journalists. This level of secrecy ensures that the restaurants are unaware of an inspector's presence, making every service potentially critical to their rating. This constant scrutiny, akin to an unannounced final exam in the last year of high school, where every day could decisively impact your future, places immense pressure on restaurants. Maintaining, let alone earning, a Michelin star can be burdensome. The loss of a star can significantly impact a restaurant's reputation and business. Some chefs have even expressed a reluctance or discontent over receiving a Michelin star due to the heightened stress, increased customer expectations, and the overwhelming surge in popularity and bookings, which could disrupt their regular service and loyal clientele. Thus, while being recognized by the Michelin Guide can significantly boost a restaurant's profile and business, it comes with its own set of challenges, making it a double-edged sword in the culinary world. And that's all for today, folks. Let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more amazing content. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Peace!